Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Pendale Middle School. We have a night of excitement for you. First of all, we have, actually, let's get down to business very quickly here. If you go out the hall, if you go out the aisles and turn to the left, it's the ladies' room. Out the aisle, turn to the right is the men's room. Mr. Kennedy, are you selling anything tonight? No sales. We're not selling anything. We also have the privilege of North Penn TV here this evening. They are up in the balcony, and they will be recording tonight's concert in its entirety, so we can relive all of this magic that's taking place. They are going to broadcast it next Wednesday. No, what's today? Tuesday. They're going to broadcast it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This is fake. Just give me an arm. Yes? And on 28 and 29, Comcast and Verizon, and by Thursday evening, it looks to be posted on YouTube, so you can share that link as well internationally, so all your friends in Russia can see this magic. All right, so we will get to our first song and our first group. The Gwynedd Square Inglewood Elementary Jazz Band is under the direction of Mrs. Jordan Ware. The first selection. What's the first one coming in?
Over the Rainbow.
Don't be scared. Tell them. It's Over the Rainbow.
It's Over the Rainbow.
Who's going to solo?
Holly Kennedy on alto saxophone, Mason Kimball on trombone, and me on tenor saxophone. And Hannah Kim on piano and Sophia Lynn on guitar.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hear this song first, and then we're going to introduce our artist. So, ladies and gentlemen, here comes Gwynedd Square Inglewood Jazz Band. put this in terms of baseball. First of all, big start for the Phillies yesterday, opening, big win for the opening day. They don't play tonight, so we don't have to rush out of here. The Sixers are on tonight, so we don't have to rush out of here. And the Flyers are on, and we don't have to rush out of here. But let's talk baseball for a second. If Mike Trout, probably one of the best players in baseball, were to come here today, there would be a huge following. Mike Trout would visit the elementary school, he'd come up to the middle school, and then visit the high school. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, you're about to hear probably one of the best lead trumpet players in the United States. Would that be appropriate to speak on, Tina? He is probably better than you? Okay. You're going to hear one of the best lead trumpet player in the United States, I'm going to say. Don't wear heels. Can you not wear heels? Anyway, so you probably don't even realize this, but Matt was actually playing up there earlier. Can you wave so they can? There you go. It's hard to get him mixed up with these other kids. We're going to get to know Matt throughout this evening. It's like 60 minutes. You're going to get to know a lot more, probably more than you really want to know. But we're going to get to know him later on. But let's have him featured in this next song. The Blues Walk is coming up next. We'll feature Matt Gallagher on trumpet. We'll also feature Aaron Kirshner on tenor sax.
Alex Shudo on alto sax.
Alex Shudo on alto sax. Is that it? No.
Aaron Wynn on trombone.
And trombone, Aaron Wynn on trombone. And Matt Gallagher, you ready to go? Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Gwynedd Square Jazz Band and the guest soloist, Matt Gallagher. up on stage, move up here because they want to see us in Lightning TV. So let's talk to you about where you grow up. What high school did you go to?
Upper Darby High School.
And where did you go? Let's talk Upper Darby, shout out. Anyone else go to Upper Darby? Did I hear a shout out in there? There you go. There you go. Where else did you go after Upper Darby?
Westchester University.
Did you? Wait a minute. Let's talk about Westchester real quick. Did you go as a music ed major or?
Music education.
What about performance? Nope. Why did you go to Temple? Hey, I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty here.
I didn't get into Temple.
Can we cut that portion? So what happens after Westchester with you?
I went and taught in Penn Salem School District for 2 years.
What'd you do? What'd you teach?
Instrumental. Elementary, middle school, high school.
How long did that last?
2 years.
Why'd you leave? Be honest.
I wanted to play trumpet.
That's fair enough. All right, let's talk about what? You want to talk about that? Folks, back in the day, when I was maybe 20 pounds lighter, which I used to be the band director. I used to be the band director at North Penn High School, and I had the pleasure of Matt coming in as my student teacher back in the day. It was my first student teacher, and it was a blast, and sharing the love ever since, right? All right. Let's talk about, when did you realize that we can go back even to like middle school, high school, when was you decided trumpet's the main thing I want to do? I want to get into music.
It was really my middle school band director. Somebody much like yourself was a trumpet player. 8th grade, played the Doc Severinsen record for me, and from that point on I knew trumpet.
Let's give that middle school band director a shout out. Who is it?
Emil Pulaski.
There you go, Emil Pulaski. What else do we need to know about your high school career? What did you play in high school?
Well, I was in the jazz band, I was in the concert band, I did the marching band. We lost to North Penn every year. I think one year we even lost the marching band champs by 20 points.
Hey, Mr. Heller, we're ready.
I feel bad. I feel bad about that too.
We were actually kind of good, but North Penn always crushed.
We're ready,
So,
Mr. Heller.
All right.
Whenever you are, Mr.
So
Heller.
make sure you guys ready back there?
I think we're ready. How about you, Mr. Heller?
All right. He's out. We'll be back. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the Penfield Jazz Band, performing Secret Love under the direction of Mr. David Warhowski.
join me in welcoming again to the stage our friend and awesome trumpet player, Mr. Matt Gallagher. Come on out. Our opening selection, Gabby Schwartz and Gabby and Katie have been soloing together like that for 2 years, both Gabby and Katie, and the entire trombone and tuba section. Would you give them all a hand, please? And now they're joining us on a Latin tune. It's called Salsa Caliente. Opens up with Sydney on tenor sax, Sidney Platt. Nice piano solo by Connor, who's under the weather, and we are so happy he got himself here and really appreciate his effort in doing so. Our two trumpet players, Jacob and Jacob, Stroll and Stevens, will be coming up joining Matt as well, and Ben Heck's got a little drum solo to set up the shout chorus as well. Here is Salsa Caliente, and I'm going to remind Matt what's going on because I forget too, so be right with you.
Hey, Mr. Gallagher, while we're waiting for this transition, let's talk about, we talked about your early career. What are you doing right now?
I'm the trumpet department chair, Z-Big Band director, music education professor at the University of the Arts in Philadelphia.
Gotcha. In downtown Philadelphia. What about your playing career? What are you doing right now?
I'm the principal trumpet for the Philly Pops. I'm also the principal trumpet for the Broadway at the Academy of Music. And that's kind of all I'm doing.
Can we talk about what happened this past week? Can we talk about that, or you want to wait? Let's talk about it right now. What happened?
I took my band to the Monterey Next Generation Jazz Festival, which is the premier college jazz band festival in the country. They also have middle schools and high schools, vocal, instrumental, whole deal. And my band from the University of the Arts placed first. And we tied with the University of Las Vegas. I don't know how we tied. It's kind of weird that it actually happened that way, but we won 3 of the 5 solo awards, so I consider we won. So.
Hey, we count that as a win. We count that as a win. When you win, well, after that, what happens? You get a check, there's another performance, what goes on?
The Monterey Jazz Festival is considered one of the big jazz festivals in the world. And this year they're celebrating the 60th anniversary in September. It's a long weekend, and like all the big names in jazz will be there, and we get an invite to go and play, do our own big show there.
Congratulations. Do you get, will you be playing all of that?
I'll probably play something. I won't be allowed to go out there and not do something.
Mr. Millhouse, are you ready to go? Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a warm welcome to the North Penn Elementary Jazz Band and the director, Mr. Alan Mellowski. All right, question for you. How come you can play higher than everyone else?
Should I give you the stock answer?
Oh, stock answer.
Stock answer is lots of practice, spending 30 years developing my craft, all that kind of.
All right, real answer.
Because I can.
It's my good friend Jake. What trumpet are you playing? Yamaha. Okay. Does it matter what trumpet you play?
No.
Okay.
But you should play them.
Okay. And would you play Yamaha? Have we said Yamaha enough?
No, let's say
Yamaha. Okay. So Jake has, maybe it's Yamaha. But here's a question for you. If you took that instrument off of his hands, take that instrument off of his hands, and you played his instrument with your mouthpiece, would it sound the same? And we better get behind this. Can we put that mic back on? Because I want to make sure they hear you in the back. Jake, you ready? You can do that, can't you? I can't either. Don't worry about it, Jake. You can. All right, quick. Is your mom or dad here? No. They here? Mom, where's mom? Mom, where? Get up here and take a picture of these two. Get up here. We'll be on time. We have time. Mr. Kennedy, you ready back there? Good. All right, Mom, take your time. Live show. Now wait a minute. You want the MC in there too, right? All right, Jay, quick question. How do you do? You did a good job? All right, thank you very much. Round of applause for Jake. Ladies and gentlemen, right now behind the curtain, which is about to open, would you please welcome the Pendale Middle School Jazz Ensemble and their director, Mr. Robert Kennedy.
We have one change up on the solos for our first tune. Instead of Will Schlegel and City playing solos, it'll be Jace Aldifer on saxophone doing the first solo in Buck Jump. So we hope you enjoy it.
The next band performer will be Pennbrook, and they're going to take place on stage, so there's a little bit longer transition. So let's hear a little bit more from Matt Gallagher. First of all, we didn't get into your mouthpiece. We talked about the Yamaha drum, but what is it a specially designed mouthpiece?
No, they're just moonets, and they're custom made. You have to order, but it's pretty much a standard mouthpiece. They're expensive. So.
What's that mouthpiece cost?
$275.
Boy, it must be nice to be making them. And he's got 10 of them, and he'll be signing them out in the lobby at the end of the night.
I have a real problem with them now.
Okay, so we got all that information now. Let's talk about favorite memory. Favorite top three? As a kid first. Let's start with the kid.
8th grade jazz band, I got to play In the Mood. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Now I absolutely hate the song. I can't stand it.
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
When you've played In the Mood probably 10,000 times in your career, it kind of wears on you. But I remember 8th grade, I got to be like the trumpet soloist, you know.
Played it a couple times?
Oh God, yeah. Every wedding I played for probably 15 years, that was our opener.
What's about a professional highlight?
Probably professional highlight would be the first time I played West Side Story film soundtrack with the Philadelphia Orchestra. They asked me, I was playing a few jobs with them, but this was the first time I played like a full series. Like I would just come in and play like a song or two with them.
Oh, excuse me. We're talking about the Philadelphia Orchestra, like the world's greatest orchestra that he gets to, they're asking him to play, just to give you an idea. So, is this was it a recording studio or was it a live?
So they had the film, West Side Story, it was like the 50th anniversary of the film. So they had the film running live and the orchestra played the soundtrack live. And I got to play first trumpet. And we did it for like 4 shows in a row, and I even got a mention in the paper as like bringing the house down with, I think the quote was, high notes of steel.
High notes of steel. That's nice.
You know, they usually talk about Brahms and these beautiful piano medleys, and they were talking about me with high notes of steel. So that kind of made me feel good.
All right, great. Any other professional highlights?
I got to play with Boston Symphony. Same thing, West Side Story, I did it twice. I played with the Baltimore Symphony, I did West Side Story with them. Philadelphia Orchestra, I played with like some pretty cool artists like Diana Krall and Hugh Jackman. And, I played for Michael Bublé before he was a big deal. He was like just a young kid. And,
No. He played with you. You know?
Probably one of the most fun gigs I ever played was the Temptations in Atlantic City. And we got to play, I mean, I'll never forget, like from the, you know, we did the rehearsal and we kind of went through some of the stuff and, you know, it was kind of loose and the guy's like, yeah, you'll get it, you'll hear it. And we're like, oh, okay. But man, they started out with like the first tune and it was the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I think every note I played, I didn't hear a note I played. It was just by feel, because the snare drum would sound like a shotgun going off every time you hit it. It was right here. But it was a lot of fun, man. It was very good.
You said we were talking earlier before one of the other performances. You teach down at the University of Arts. You're playing. Do you do private lessons at all?
Yes, I teach out of my house. I live in Gilbertsville. It's kind of close. I'm only allowed to teach a couple because I'm working on we're having our 4th child in May. So I need money for this. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hey, if Jaden's mom is out there and she wants to hook up trumpet lessons with you, how do they get in touch with you?
mgallagher.uarts.edu.
One more time.
mgallagher.uarts.edu.
Write it down. Now, we've got a lot of fans out there. What if they want to buy a Matt Gallagher CD? Are you on iTunes? I'm serious. Are you on iTunes or anything? Where can they hear you?
It's kind of funny because I don't have any that are like my own CDs, but like there's some LL Cool J records out there. There's an R. Kelly, but like some of that stuff's real explicit, so I probably shouldn't be hawking those things.
Wait a minute. You're on them? Okay. What if we just want to hear you and a big band? Is there anything out there?
Just YouTube my name, you'll find some stuff.
Okay. What, is there a specific band they should look for?
URC Big Band or the Philly Big Band when we played with, over at Penfield, I think, a couple years ago. There's some good clips.
We're going to give you a little bit of a break. Coming up next will be the Pennbrook Band. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please give a warm welcome to the Penbrook Middle School Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Peter New. Here comes Out of the Doghouse. give Mr. Gallagher a small little break right now and put Mr. Jostin on the spot. Each year, for almost the past 20 years, the North Penn Music Department has brought in a jazz soloist. And obviously Mr. Gallagher is with us this evening. If I could turn this microphone over to Mr. Jostin, if you could, first of all, tell us who the first jazz artist that was brought in.
It was Chris Vidala, and at the time, he was at University of Maryland, and he had been on the road with a number of groups. You might remember him. How many remember Chuck Mangione? The Chuck Mangione Band? Chris was Chuck's soloist. He was our first guest in 1998, Mr. Hill.
What about Gibbs' top 5? Do you remember top 5 soloists that were here?
Do you remember Mike Vax? How about Mallet Jackson? Anybody remember him? We had Ron Kerber, who happens to be one of Matt's partners down at UArts. Ron is a fantastic saxophonist. And we had Andrew New recently, but it pretty much runs the gamut. I can get out a list.
Perfect. We also had one of North Penn's proud graduates a couple years ago, Josh Richmond, who graduated from North Penn, and he's currently performing up in New York City on piano. So next year, we'll be coming at you again. Each year we rotate middle schools. I'm not sure where it goes next year, but this is obviously here at Pendale. Penfield and Pennbrook are in the rotation, so look for that announcement and look for another great jazz soloist coming your way. Penfield will be the host. Mr. Rouse may not be aware of that, but Penfield is the host. All right, here comes the Columbia Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Peter New, Mr. John Jostin, performing Time After Time. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a warm welcome.
call yourself.
Mr. Gallagher one last time. Hey, before we end this event, will you talk to me about one of your favorite trumpet students of all time?
Probably my favorite trumpet student of all time, because he is also one of my best friends, if not the best friend that I have, and that's Dave DiValentino over here. And I will say, I met him in high school when I was teaching at Ben Salem, and I remember he was this really energetic kid with slick back hair, and it was like, hey, Mr. Gallagher, how you doing, man? And I was like, man, and then I heard him play, and I was like, holy crap, this dude is awesome. And then he went to Westchester, and his senior year, I came on faculty, and he's friends with my future wife, also one of my students from Ben Salem. And then he started grad school, and then he said, can I do lessons with you? And I said, sure. And I think I still owe him some lessons since then, right now. But in all seriousness, one of my best friends in the whole world, one of the great trumpet players here in Philadelphia, also a great educator. And also, I just want to give props to Mr. Heller, Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Orhowski, Mr. New, Miss Ware, Mr. Malhosky, Mr. Jostin. I've known these people for 20 years, a lot of these people, and it's just a really special place here at North Penn. I feel like I'm part of the family. I've been coming here to help out, do clinics with the jazz band. I bring my graduate students here every week for a couple weeks in the beginning of each semester to work with the high school band. D-Val's having come in and work with the bands, and then I get to come and play and do this. This is a really special place, and you guys in the community are so lucky to have this because it's not like this everywhere else. I think you guys know that too. But I just want to say thank you to Bob Kennedy, who obviously invited me, because not that Dave's the band director of the high school jazz band. He could have had me sooner, but we had to wait for Mr. Kennedy to kind of hook me up. But so props to Bob Kennedy. Thank you for inviting me. It's been really great. The first thing I did say to Ted, when the elementary kids were playing Jordan's group, and they started playing solos, I was like, dude, these kids are good. I'm starting to get nervous. So, but it's really been a pleasure, and we're going to do two tunes, well, one tune and then something on the end, and then, I just want to say thank you. So.
Parents, in the near future, you're going to be sending your kid off to college, and you're worried about college payments. Let me ask you this question. Does University of Arts, do they have scholarships available, full scholarships, partial? Talk to me.
We have all kinds of scholarships, but full scholarships don't come very often. And your lead trumpet player in this band was offered a full scholarship to my university, and he accepted it. And for all of you out there, he's going to go through the program. And say 5-6 years from now, you'll probably have to invite him to come and play some high notes for you guys, because this kid's got a great future ahead of him. He's just a tremendous kid. He might know more trumpet on the internet than I do, because he comes into lessons and shows me all kinds of stuff, and it's really kind of cool. But it's been great teaching for all these years, and I'm looking forward to 4 more years with you, Ben. So it's going to be awesome. So thank you.
Mr. Matt Gallagher, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, our last band of this evening. Would you please give a warm welcome to North Penn High School Navy Jazz Band and the director, Mr. David DiValentino.
All right. It is really my pleasure to have my buddy here, Matt. He's taught me a lot, so to say. So I was really glad that I even know Mr. Kennedy was thinking about doing it. He's like, "What do you think of Matt?" I said, "Yeah, sold." So only because we get to play my favorite big band chart of all time. It's a trumpet anthem, and actually, if you want to hear another version of this, Carl Hamilton can sing the real version of this. We might do that maybe in the park or something. You can sing this. But yes, this is made famous by the late, great Maynard Ferguson. We're going to hear from Matt, of course. We're also going to hear from James Murphy on the back sax. Antonio Mondelez again on the guitar. Zach Laval on the bass. And then Mr. Matt Gallagher. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Newt for filling in for his son, Nick. And Mr. Jostin for filling in for Streetcar. They're at an FBLA conference. I'm not sure what that is. But thank you for them. They got the music last night. So here goes with MacArthur Park. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Folks, I want to remind you this is being aired Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. North Penn Television, channel 28, 29, respectively Comcast and Verizon. It will be posted on YouTube in the very near future, possibly Thursday evening on YouTube. So, thank you for coming out. Have a great night, but I'm not sure you want to rush out of here yet. They might pull a fast one here. Hey, if you have the time, Mr. Matt Gallagher will be joining people in the lobby. Just don't monopolize the time. If you want to say hi to them, they'll be coming out to you if they do another song. Thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy this last encore performance. Not telling you the name. It's the North Penn. for coming. Have a great night. We'll have Matt out in the lobby. We're going to hang with him for a moment there. And thanks again for coming out. Thanks for supporting the North Penn High School and North Penn Music Department.